It's July 21st, 2015. I'm doing a Compufoo bit, a computing bit, and it has to do with supercomputing. Top500.org, twice a year they publish a list of the world's 500 fastest supercomputers. And in the June, the list is published every June and November. And the June 2015 list had the #1 supercomputer, the Tihani 2, benchmarked at 33.86 petaflops, which is 33,862,700,000,000,000 floating point operations per second, or arithmetic calculations per second. And it is interesting to observe that the Tihani 2, at this particular speed, has been the #1 computer all the way back to the June 13 list. And so since June 2013 to June of 2015, there's been no change with respect to the speed of the world's fastest supercomputer, which seems a bit interesting. The Tihani 2 is a computer in China. Prior to that, the #1 supercomputer was called the Titan, and it was here in the United States, and it was benchmarked at 17.5 petaflops, or 17,500,000,000,000,000 arithmetic calculations per second, and that was the November 2012 list. If we just kind of go down here to the bottom, we see in June of 2008, the first petaflops computer appeared, and it was called the Roadrunner, and it was here in the United States, and it came in at 1.026 petaflops, which is 1,026,000,000,000,000 arithmetic calculations per second. And we'll notice the list prior to that, we were at 478 trillion arithmetic calculations per second. So we basically entered the petaflops era of computing with June of 2008, and here we are 7 years later, and we're still in the petaflops era. The computing roadmap is predicting that this number will reach 1,000 before the end of this decade, and when that does happen, that will be the beginning of the era of exaflops computing, or exascale computing. 1,000 petaflops is equal to 1 exaflops. And it's impossible to predict when that's going to happen, but there is a chance that by the November 2020 top 500 list, we will have a supercomputer that is doing 1 exaflops, or a quintillion arithmetic calculations per second. I think that's all I have to say in this computer Compufoo bit and movie.